As good as we've got it, those are some real challenges as we go down the road, keeping people safe. 2 years ago, when we had the flood, people were just amazed, apparently, all across the nation, that Middle Tennessee just cinched up their belt and went to work and took care of each other. A lot of things were going on behind the scenes. Cities, counties, working together to see that things were accomplished and get life back to normal the best we could. Yes, here we are in June of 2012, 2 years out. We had to spend several millions of dollars to get things done, repair those bridges, fix those roads, pay people that worked overtime for many hours, and a lot of that was covered by federal dollars. But here we are 2 years later still waiting on that money. And there's a backlog of communities all across the United States. Why is that? Why am I saying that? Why is that important? We go back to that old financial picture we've got. You've got to have money in the bank when things go bad. When you have a roof at your house, have a hole in the roof in your house, it's great you've got insurance, but you got to fix it immediately. And we have to do the same thing, and we have to be able to pay for that. So public safety, law enforcement, and keeping those services that are out there. And I guess the final thing is that I don't know that any of us are ever going to be able to figure out what all we need to do about transportation. To get from point A to point B is a very difficult journey. It costs lots of money. You have cities and states and feds and counties. Counties can't work in the city areas. Cities can't work on the county roads. There's a limited amount of money, a limited amount of dollars that you can put into infrastructure, and then you've got the time element, and you've got people trying to survey and predict where the growth is going. We, Williamson County, just recently finished our update on our growth, comprehensive growth plan. That should serve us well for the next 15 to 20 years. We'll have to tweak it every 18 months to 2 years, but we can kind of pinpoint where that growth is going to be. That helps us with our roads, that helps us with the infrastructure, and that helps us with so many things from parks and recreation and law enforcement. You know, we talk about keeping our county very strong financially, and that is that's a cornerstone of any business that you have. I have great people that work around me, and I came from the private sector after 26 years. I was in the military. Most everybody around here has got outside working experience. They didn't grow up in government and stay in government, so you bring those ideas and fresh ideas. And with technology the way it is today, things are so easily transmitted out. Some of it good, some of it not so good. And the real challenge is keeping good data, good accurate information, and being able to relay to the community those things that are so important. Certainly with the social networks that are available out there today, you can almost get messages out instantly. But the critical part about that is getting good data, good information that's reliable, and information that people can rely on. Oftentimes in government, local government, where you're a city mayor or a county mayor, at the local level, we're real accessible. You can almost call and get an appointment on a couple of days' notice, working around the schedule. But certainly within a week's time, you can get in to see the mayor, the sheriff, the trustee, the register of deeds, the clerks. And oftentimes that's good and that's bad. I don't think it's ever wrong to be criticized or saying, Mayor, have you thought about doing something this way? That's all healthy. It's kind of like a marriage. Most marriages have to have dialogue, and at the end of the day, that's critical for that family operation, and we subscribe to that here too. But oftentimes you have to realize the things that happened in Washington and things that happened in Nashville, they're not accessible. And there's a lot of sound bites that go out through reporters, through the written media, as well as the television, the social networks, and oftentimes they are put out there as possibly not being as accurate as it needs to be. And I think that when you start weighing things at Washington level and Nashville level, all that trickles down there. Well, that's exactly what they're doing here at the local level. Williamson County is a very diverse community, the lowest unemployment in the state of Tennessee. High growth. If I had to just drill in on one area that is going to be a real challenge for us, it's going to be in the infrastructure needs. All growth, I don't care where you're at, what city or what county, but mostly in the counties, is controlled by water and sewer. Over half of Williamson County is still on septic tanks. So until we can address those issues of infrastructure, then growth is limited to those areas.